Hello, 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 hello. Mic test 1 2 3. Man, it's really not that loud, is it? Mic test 1 2 3. Should we get a desk mic? Are we live yet? No, dev stream. Okay, I just spent at least 2 hours trying to debug an issue. Yo, Frail Dog, what's up? How's it going? I spent this, man. If anyone at Monogame or MGFX is hearing this, man, the optimization, the pruning of the it's too strict, man. The shaders, they get trimmed way too strictly. Like it's I think it's designed in a way where you have like one set, like one shader, one effect per file or something. I don't know how it's done underneath, under the hood. I don't know how it works, but like I have a lot of effect files which have multiple techniques and shaders. And I would love to know if there's a way to like safeguard against this. Like for example, this shader over here, all right? It has one technique here that is called procedural and another one that's called normal, all right? I'm gonna put them side by side. Now, here's what happened, right? This main PS no warp and this procedural PS, they just have different code running inside them. But what was wrong was that main PS no warp was and still is calling this texture, okay? It's sampling the texture, and this other technique, the pixel shader in the other technique was not doing that, and as a result, this texture was just not. It was no longer included. Now, one thing that happens when a texture is like when a uniform is not, like if it's pruned out and I try to set the value from inside C#, it says, hey, this uniform doesn't exist anymore. And then I go into the effect file and I'm like, oh, okay, I see that this uniform is not being used by the shader anymore, so it has removed it. That's how I learn about, okay, so I have to either exclude the uniform, remove the uniform, or include it in the shader, or not pass a value to it from C#. But with the texture, what was happening was that it was allowing me to pass a value to the uniform, the texture uniform, but it was not being included. It wasn't being, like, the sampler was just returning like a 0 value. And that was, man, that was a pain to debug. That was just, okay, okay, that end rant. Okay, end rant. Skybox variation. Skybox variation. Skybox variation. Skybox preset. Skybox preset. And here we'll say preset. Preset. Okay, instead of seed, we'll go preset. And animated skybox, instead of seed, we will say preset. Here's what's happening right now. Got some more updates. When on the last stream, I was like, I have to take stock of all the new effects, all the new mechanics that I'm adding to the game. That file now exists in the project. I'm going to be referencing that. Check this out. Good morning. I was testing out some new shaders for these all the traps. Look at this. Look at this. Oof. You see that wave? It's like waving on top of the ground now. I can change this to a rect trap. And look at that. I like that it's got specular highlights now as well. So yeah, overall pretty fun. Pretty fun. This is still, I think, by like vertex. It's it could be smoother, but I am not going to mess with this at the moment. Right now we have other stuff on our plate, so I'm going to focus on that. Okay, this base is not bright enough. I still don't know why that happens. Let's investigate this. And base wall post color.a0 shine eyes. So the A value is shinized here, and then base dot x, base dot y, do base, clean. I think that should be 0.5 plus 0.5. That's why it's you see how the artery is like way brighter than the base. I think it's just not respecting the G buffer fill. and then it's lighting it. See, color.a is being set here. A is that's our intensity value, by the way. That's what I'm encoding all the intensity the for the for the for the bloom to pick it up. Wish I could live edit this code. Nothing is changing here. I think what I don't have set up right now is unlit segments. Like the lighting should just be ignored if the alpha value is higher up. So if the value coming in from the shader to this G buffer fill is greater than 1, what I want to do is I'm going to make it like super bright. Diffuse component lighting, comma 1, huh? Why is that? Because the sparkles definitely show. The sparkles somehow are not lit. They're not affected by the lighting. Oh, hello. Interesting. Okay, I think I solved that problem. Wall post, do base should be 0.5 times 0.5 plus clean times 0.5, do base dot y, wall post color, wall post color. color.a. Now I feel like it's too bright. So it's like it's adding the emissive inside the ambient before it computes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You see how the bloom is catching it now? Now we're talking. Nice. Is it too bright? We're just gonna roll with it for now. Oh, this is now cannot be crossed. 2020. Okay, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to working on these effects. Ow. I'm liking this daytime vibes. Daytime effects, but it's also like it's not daytime, it's like this magic hour thing. That is the iStock photo thing that's still sticking there. I need to buy this, which I will very soon. Yeah, so this is more like a golden hour kind of effect. I'm like super digging it. I'm like really liking this. What another thing that I'm gonna do is like this skin material. You know how it's like a dark kind of almost gray black kind of shade. I'm gonna change that. And a flood renderer, skin material, tool skin, draw skin, engine environment skin material, skin fx.techniques. Skin fx, huh? It's its own environment. HW skin. Nothing, huh? Nothing. Fascinating. Load effects, effect environment HW, that's where I am. Name skin effect, technique, skin fx dot techniques skin. Amazing. Just brilliant. How do I even do this? Whew. Okay, man, definitely this code base is getting out of hand. I'm gonna have to find a smarter way to manage all of this. Do you have, sir, a color value coming in? You do. You do. Skin. What is the colors? Colors. Okay. Skin. Colors of 0.xyz. Okay. World time. Very nice. environment, skin FX, color, new material, skin material. Now we have a simple colors thing, new vector 3, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. This should just work and nothing should change. And then we can try a nice little gold shade to this. Solar system is unused, huh? Why is that? Where is the solar system being defined? Oh, 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 I see. This is just lying here, I guess. Offset and length were out of bounds for the array or count is greater than the number of elements from index at the end of the source collection is an error I saw earlier today too. You know, Very familiar, this one. Yes, caught me off guard there, man. Really caught me off guard there. Get state external code. Wow, there's like no debugging happening here. Skin effect, skin. Now, why is this happening? This is probably happening because the texture is not set. Is the texture not set? Env matte warm up effect skin, comma, rendering dot pixel. Now, if it throws an error again, I'm gonna have to really. Why does it do this to me? Warm up. Name envfx. I am assuming this is happening because it's not passing. No, this will not work either. Because it's expecting a texture, and if it's not getting the texture, it's like somehow I think they're called C buffers, in which uniforms are defined. Whew. So now I think what is going on, and I'm totally just making all of this up because I actually really don't know what's happening underneath, under the hood. I don't know what it's doing. Like, if it's not using this colors array, then it's probably trying to set more than, like, let's see if this solves the problem. Okay, colors 1.xyz plus colors of 2.xyz times 0.001. Okay, now the whole colors array is being used. So I wonder why this wasn't happening before. I think it's because I wasn't warming up the effect. Operation not called on UI thread. That's a different error. New environment material. Initialize. You know, I really ought to make this level a little bit easier for now. The amount of time I've gotten whooped there. Can you tell this game mode is going to be really hard? Okay, now as you can see, this effect that we had going is it's not really looking the same anymore. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that's happening. These stars are super glossy now. I wonder why that is. I think it's because we upped the, one step at a time, one step at a time. Where were we? We were fixing the skin effect. And the base, this hash fract sign doesn't seem to be working. Am I setting the effect here? I am so lost. I think this is happening because the skin matte is not getting, because you see the biome env matte definition requires a set and that's it. That's all I have to do. Biomes, environment, skin matte, dot set. Yeah, now you can see, I don't know if it's coming through on the YouTube, but you can see now that there is this little noise thing that effect has going for it. Now all this drama that we did, we are going to now check if it is working in our favor or not. Golden RGB normalized 0.5.4 0.5.40. Yeah, it's a very dirty golden. It was fun testing this blob, but I'm just gonna take it out. It's really ultra annoying, that blob. Wow, that's really yucky, isn't it? Yeah, so we could have some funky stuff going on here, make it a little bit, just a little bit more interesting than this. Let us see. All right, envbase spikes.fx Fresnel specular, not secular. Skin material G buffer fill blank. Ooh, ooh. Fresnel specular. Just toying with these variables. Ooh. Yo, what's up? Just hacking on some shaders, doing good. I had a little slow evening because I was stuck with a pretty annoying bug, but that is fixed now. So just toying around with some colors here, playing around with new shaders. I want to do something funky for the new game mode. trying to come up with some ideas for some new effects. Driver Fresnel specular. This is not an accurate. The coloring here is not very accurate, turns out, because it's like it's bending so much and the normals are all messed up. Input.world. Let's give it bigger blocks, bigger blocky necks. Words are not happening this evening for me. Input.world, input.local. Maybe we could do local. Input.local. Ah, there we go. Collapsed. What might it be this time? I just changed the shader. I didn't change anything else. See, this is how finicky this is. I'm just playing around with some shader values and it's just like, oh, nope, cannot do this. Ew, bro, that's gross. Input.actual. See, now it's working just because I added this little. It's just using the rest of the array. If it wasn't using the array, it wasn't using the array before when we were doing that fancy specular lighting thing. It's so, if I could just turn it off. Like, I don't want it to be that efficient or whatever. I have to deal with this. So this, for example, was not something I had to deal with on Unity. Like when you're testing shaders, like when I'm playing around with shaders, and I love playing around with shaders, and I do this a lot. Like I love this whole flow of like, just okay, I want to change the values, I want to jump back into the game, I'm gonna see what I've cooked up, and yeah, it's just in that process, it's just it breaks too often for me. Wow, this is the ugliest shader I have made all week. Still a go. Still a go. Floor hash fracts in. All my noise functions are two parameters. Ooh, interesting. Now instead of this 6, we can go back to 2. G buffer fill blank. Just want to add like a preset to this so that I can change it for the different game mode. I think we went the other way with this. I want to add like a preset variable to the sky so that I can I can change the time of day, maybe add weather, not weather, but like just like time of day kind of settings. That would be cool. It's not the best, but whatever. If I add a time here, it's just gonna explode. Okay. What I'm going to do is, not that this color value is in, right? I'm going to colors. That would work, yes, that would work, but also it'll be very distracting. That noise that I had before was like making it blend into the background. That was the point, but yeah, let's just go back to that for now. That was a easy fix, but later for the new game mode, I'll think of something else. Because in the other game mode, like for example, right now we have this bright evening sky, so it doesn't make sense for the the outside of the level to be like completely dark like that. Oh, now it's just ooh, gross. Floor time. Anyway, mechanics. Okay, let's get some proper work done now. Flashback, transport, obstacles. Did we enemy modifiers? Drop obstacle, blob, moving blob, orb. We have to add the tower and the orb. Okay, we're back to the original style for now. All right, okay. Back to where we started. Oh, we also have to change the roof. Make the roof more interesting in manifest mode. Okay. Blob. Spawner blob. Okay, over here we're gonna say tower. You know, all of these need some kind of prefix. Blob. Drop blob event. Drop tower event. Time to live. And size 1, whatever. Tower. Okay, let's add this. DSL blob tower. No, not pillar, tower. Got a new name for this. I feel like I want to do like a major refactor right now. Like these transport spins, vanishes. What else? All of these need a prefix so that I know what they do. Tower. Okay, tower is here. Drop blob event, drop tower event. Drop tower event. No speed, size, time to live. Same obstacle distance check. No speed here. Towers. And excuse me. I hope that wasn't too loud. Towers, cylinder trap. I can rename this cylinder trap TTL. TTL, thank you. Duration, I can set duration here as time to live. Is inaccessible due to its protection level. Duration is equal to 1. Public float. Duration TTL. Size is just, it's not going to respond to that right now. Radius. It's all hard coded. Hard trap. Hard trap. All of this requires more sound effects, a lot more sound effects. So we have drop tower event over here. Now we can take this for a spin. Take it for a spin. Take it for a spin. Take it for a spin. Tower. What was tower time to live? 5 seconds. Apply, save. You know, eventually what I'm gonna need is like over here I want to be able to define the parameter names. So like not I'm gonna change the code again and make it so that the fields have like names associated with them, and then I'll implement a whole IDE here. Jesus, it's crazy. Talk about feature creep. There you go. There's your tower. Boom. Okay, so we have the tower in. Now we're going to do orb. Okay. Now we're going to do orb. This is going to be fun. I haven't taken this for us. I haven't taken this for a spin yet. Orb. Okay. Speed. Drop orb event. Speed size. Drop orb event. Check this. I want to see. I haven't played with this yet. Drop orb event. What we need actually here. Time to live. Drop orb. Speed and size is good, I think. TTL is 5. TTL is 10. Speed. Speed. Orbs. As orb. Dot. Speed is equal to speed. And E as orb dot velocity direction is equal to engine dot player dot absolute position minus source dot absolute position math f dot normalize. There you go. There you have your direction entities. Orb, speed and direction. I'm going to have size implemented here later. We'll get back to that. And I think I want the source position. I'm going to have to make a variable for this too, I suppose. How high up? Oh, let's see if this works. Like this should just like fire one straight shot at the player. But I'm just gonna test this out here. Orb speed 40. Apply, save, saved. Did it move at all? Oh, that is very slow. Why is it so slow? I think because I made it as a function of the blob. Yeah, there you go. That's the problem. I think orbs can be insta fire. Insta fire, please. And we can really up the speed here. Here, 10. Apply. Section event. TTL. Did anything change? I'm setting the speed as well. Entities, direction, speed. Okay, this is too slow. That's why it's too slow. Speed. Go to full speed in 1 second, please. Thank you. Feels like it could use a little bit more. Wow, that's so funky. What a funky design you've got going for you. Okay, so at least it works. It's too noisy. It's not bad actually. I think the problem is it's got too many vertices. Somehow the shader is not really loving the UV sphere here. Is it shade smoothed? Is it shaded smoothed? Run gun, content, models, blob. You think it's going too fast? I wanted to be like a sudden, like oh, like whoa. I think this sphere is just, it's too add sphere, icosphere, 1 radius, no, subdivisions 2, radius 0.5, and you can shade a bit smoothly, thank you, and oh, that way, yeah, let's try it out. Let's try out a different sphere. This sphere is going to be a little bit more friendly with the vertex. I'm doing some funky noise thing on the vertices, so let's see if that makes a difference. I think UV spheres have like, because like each plane on the UV surface is like 2 triangles. Yeah, this is more low poly than the one we had right now, so it's, I think, naturally going to look. Oh, there you go, look at that. Oh, just look at, oh, it's so good. Oh, beautiful. Come here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. See, now we're talking. Now we are talking. Scale. Now, why is this bad boy not scaling? Size, because I'm not setting the size. I can just set the size, man. Why am I not setting the size? It should be as easy as this. Okay, size, speed, TTL. So drop orb event. Speed and size. Speed and size. Yes, please save that. All right, we're gonna scale it up. Let's go. Oof. Nice. Nice. Let's make it more threatening. All right. 25. Like you see it and you're just whoa, whoa, whoa. I think this thing should be no warp. Orbs should just like cut through the world warping, because they'll never like come back to you, right? So yeah, I should no warp these. Oh, let's see where I can do that. Pools, orbs, technique, spikes, FX, glitch effect. Do I have to make another effect for this? Normal, round, rect dot. Normal. Is anyone even using normal? No one's using normal. No warp. There is no warp. Ugh. Fill output. No warp. Never mind. Given how obtuse it is for me to fix this, I'm just gonna leave it. We're gonna have so much fun with these. All these mechanics are really, they're all, if you look at it, if you pay attention, you'll see like all of these mechanics are there to make the player just dodge. Just hit that dodge, man. Hit the dodge and you are good. That's what this whole mode is about, really. As a software engineer, man, if I would tell you how I did it, I learned how to make video games by just making them. But I started when I was very young. There's there's these like newfangled ways that people learn how to make video games, where they just like go on YouTube and watch a bunch of tutorials on like, here's how to make a game or whatever. Like, if that works for you, that's great. I didn't start making video games in that era, so I didn't have that outlet. So I'm not really sure of how it works, when you kind of like just watch YouTube videos and try to learn from there. That's one way to do it. Back in the day, I used to like buy all those like game programming books, like this thick books which had like code written all through them, and I would just like copy the code from the book and like and make stuff work on the screen. If you already have a software engineering background, you have a leg up already. So if I were you, I would just like set small goals, and just try to put together projects that are not too ambitious from the get-go. Like just scope in a way where you can like finish stuff and give yourself challenges. Like here's a thing that I'd like when I started development, like when I started making video games, I always had like a really strong kind of like, oh, like I really want to make this thing, it's like this insatiable kind of like urge to like, okay, I want to make a game that feels like this, and and I had like no idea how to do it. And I would just like throw stuff up on the screen and just be like, I'll get there when I'll get there. But like I could do that because I had like way too much time on my hands. But if you already have some background in programming, say for example, what you can do is like a good way to scope is, you know, let's say you have like a general idea of what kind of like game you want to make, and you have certain like set of like in your vision, like you can just split, you can A/B test the thing that you're making into the stuff that you know exactly how you're going to pull off, and then the stuff that you have no idea how it's going to come together. And I think a lot of how both how learning happens and how actually projects get made, like even this game, I didn't know so much about this game that I had to find out by actually going into it. And it reveals itself as I like the further in I go. I would recommend if you already have a background in software engineering, I would recommend kind of like looking at, like set yourself goals that you can like achieve, like scope it in a way where you can make this work. But on the side, also don't be shy to kind of like explore a little bit outside your comfort zone. You know what I mean? And I think once you kind of like put those two things together, magic happens. What's really annoying me is this params dot no input dot uv dot. I am not feeling this anymore. Saturate 1 minus z into 4. So this value is, I think, 0 on the walls. No, it is the highest right next to the walls. I think it goes to 0. The input value, I think, goes from 0 to 0.25 to 0.1. I want it so that it's the same color. But only when it is input.uv.z. How do I do this? I think it's the distance from the wall function. I'm just coming up with words, man. I hope it helps. Like for me, it's so much of the stuff that I've picked up in the years that I've been doing this. You kind of actually, what, like the other way to look at it is just you kind of figure out how to do it yourself. Like there's really just no right way to make video games. That's the other thing, where it's like, it's supposed to be like a discipline, and like, you can like, be all professional about it or whatever, but then you also just like carve your way through it. So it's like, it's also just like a personal, it depends on at what like scale you want to be making video games. Like I do it my way, and my god, do I love it. That's the other thing, man. Like it's just like, if you really want to make video games, just put yourself in front of that computer and just let it do, let yourself go. I think that's how I learned. So it was just so easy sitting in front of the computer and just staring at the code all day, like exactly the way I'm doing it right now. I remember I would come home from school, and school was just like, chaos, like just social meat grinder of like adolescent kids, hormones like flying everywhere. I was just like, man, what is, like, it was so like it was like such an impenetrable environment. I was just like in perpetual shock in school, and like I would come home and I would just like boot up my computer and be like, oh, finally, like I can make sense of this world. That was that's how I learned how to make video games. There you go. That's how I did it. Fat networking book, man. I had this fat book. I think it was called Game Programming All in One. Let me look that up. Game Programming All in One, third edition. Yeah, man, this was it. Jonathan Harbour. Yep, just have fun and let the magic happen. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Man, I read this. I was all over this book. Thank you, Jonathan S. Harbour, for writing this lovely book. Um, oh man, the only news article you want to be is when is when you is when you become the greatest of all time game developer. Um, yeah, but for me is like, yeah, I didn't like school because it was too much to take on, and I felt like there was never, like, I found my way through it. Like I was able to kind of just turn it off, just like not let it bother me. So I was just like compartmentalizing very effectively. Um, Man, I really want to fix this. Should I just get rid of this right now? Okay, fine. Got rid of it. No more edge detection. Uh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna just quickly get some water. Why can't I roll? I think this damage should not work. Okay, so no iframes on this. Fair enough, fair enough. Ooh, close. Qualified by 0.004 seconds. Good timing. Good timing. Okay, so we have the orb. Let's just try and see if I can spawn this orb and make it 0 speed. And make it really big. 8. Whoa, 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 nice. Nice. I think now what we can do is like add that time to live parameter. What do you say? Spawner, orb, TTL, 5, section event, drop orb, TTL, TTL. All right, time to live. So I can control time to live now. Let's try that again. Time to live, just 2 seconds. Big orb, but it will only last for 2 seconds. Shall we? 1, 2. Yes! Woohoo! Let's go, man. Let's go. We've got so many cool new effects. Ooh. Ooh. Now we need man, we really need sound effects, but what we also need is like a orb, like the orb should kind of like, what if there were like 4 orbs that went in all directions? Or like a meteor shower of orbs, like Diablo 2. I used to play a sorcerer in Diablo 2. I would just have teleport and meteor, and my friend would play a barbarian. Fun, best times, great time, CRPG, peak CRPG moments. I would just like, I would teleport into a big group, like in front before my friend would show up, and I would just drop like a bunch of meteors, like just empty out my mana, but leave enough for like for me to teleport out. And I would teleport out, and my friend would just go up and like clean up after the meteors. Glass cannon, peak glass cannon energy. Let's have a look at this. Cylinder tall. You, sir, could use a little bit of treatment. How could we do this? Add cylinder. 16 vertices. That's what we have right now, actually. No, this is not. No. Subdivide. No. No, 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 no. I want to triangulate this bad boy. Should we Should we see if there are any modifiers that do this? Generate. Triangulate. It's not doing anything. Deform. Subdivide. Oh. No. No. That's not what we want. Displace lattice. What is that? No, I think this is something else. I think that's the one that creates copies. Explode. Generate. Whoa. Sweet. You know, the problem with this cylinder is that I'm scaling it. I am scaling it up. That's what's making it like get tall. And then it kind of like collapses. And let's just see how I'm using this. Pools, cylinder trap, F2, height is equal to 4. So it's taking the segment height. And then it is setting the, yeah, times 8. Right, so that's just yeah. It is not the best code. Don't really need to be doing this, honestly. It could, like, the cylinder could just have like a set height, you know. Add mesh. Kind of want this UV sphere, but just, you know, extended. Add ideally what I want is an icosphere, but like I want to extend it. Like how do you do that? Subdivisions. Like I want the walls to be this the vertex pattern. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if that's even possible, actually. multiple cylinders. I think I can just, so if I take this and subdivide it, okay, and now I no faces up top, or no, I don't need this, only faces. Okay, now should I extend this on the y-axis or no? Let's just try this. Export wavefront object exported. Tower. I think it's a little bit better than before because at least it's not cut. Yeah, I can roll with this. Not bad. I also want to be able to spawn permanent orbs. Like I want like traps, you know, like not enemies, but just it's like a, like you can't even shoot it. It's just it's waiting there to fire basically. Something that's just kind of like popping out of the ground, and it's like it's got this proximity sensor to it, and it launches an orb at you. They could literally just be that. Like little orb lollipops just popping out of the ground. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. I've scoped this out like way too much. There's way too much to do now. It's starting to feel like Tamashika 2 is showing up uninvited. Showing up uninvited. Oh man. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I should go back to working on Tamashika 1. $4095. What? Something wrong. Why is this happening, by the way? To do manifest timings. Yeah, how about the score label? What's the score label? Oh, I think the score got uploaded because I'm not in Nightly anymore. What was I working on? I forgot. Score. 04095. Did I really do it in 4 seconds? When did I do this level in 4 seconds? I don't think I did that. Something wrong. Scoreboard manifest, raw data, time. Oh, wait. Time label. No, I'm gonna just, instead of this, I'm just gonna, yeah, let's just try to disable the time. What did I just do? I didn't do anything. Okay, time, only time will be visible. And finished is true, so oh, but my score star is not showing. Gonna have to fix that. 13.994. I'm gonna add that clean star. I don't know if I ran that in clean, but fascinating. Should my score also show up on the menu? Landing menu. PB. Underscore PB. Selected accelerate. Else if selected selected manifest if game.data is not equal to null, id scoreboard AC scoreboard manifest. Where do I get the score from? Ascend score. Accelerate score. Manifest score. Let's try this out. Let's see. Oops. Nope. Run id is data.id. I knew it. Unsigned integer id. Manifest score. I'm gonna have to refetch this. Okay, I think if data is there, then it's okay. On activate manifest score. Okay, now what's next? Next step is scoreboard manifest var was manifest score decode completed time qualified clean var completed qualified time pb.label label will be format time and stats display manifest completed qualified clean time and stars. Show me my stars, man. Show me my stars. Manifest is locked. I played Tokyo. Is there a space happening here? I don't want a space here. Bruh. It is beautiful. 52.292. I think that's wrong. Format time. Milliseconds. Did I really do it in 52 seconds? Okay, let's do it faster. No, I just don't want to get hit. That was definitely not my best time. 10.59, okay. How many stars did I have? Did I make a mistake? $10.597. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. Did my clean star go up? Manifest, put score, clean star, push score should be working. Score. I could actually upload all the scores. All the stars could go up, but it's not necessary because I think clean is the only data that's missing. Otherwise, you know if it's qualifying time or not. What was I trying to fix? Man, where's my focus? What was I trying to fix? Yes, why is my score if it's 10.597, why is it 52.292 over here? That's funny. It says 10.597 there. Oh, that's what I'm messing up over here. I see what's going on. Else. And here I think I have to format time. Now it's going to give that funky value again, I think. $10.597. 10.597. Clean star. Hello. Then why is this 52.292? What does that number even mean? I have no idea what that number means. pb.label. It's definitely this. Manifest score. Is this by any chance mangled here? $209168. Time. So funky. Okay, so 209168. I wonder what value my leaderboard is getting. Let's investigate. Four two three nine one. Boy, that looks different, doesn't it? Why is this different? Score, push score, push manifest score is the same value. Put manifest score, and the same score value is going in, right? It's going in as is. Then why is it that it's pulling in this funky value now? 52 seconds. Python save.py. Save.py. Local save manifest score base. $209168. $209168. I'm assuming this value was set There's something funky going on here. I need to get to the bottom of this. I know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Only if complete star is set. Completed. Local save. Put manifest score. Okay, let's try to update this value and see what's going on. Okay, we're gonna do a clean run all the way to the exit and see what existing value is being pulled. Man, I am good at this. Okay, what's the incoming score? 45491. Existing. If existing is greater than equal to score, then don't update. 209168. That's a much larger time. That's a much larger time. Or is it time? Maybe it's something else. Scoreboard codec. Are the bits not being set here properly? The shorter time should give a shorter value. If existing is greater than score, return. See, score is inverted, but we don't have score right now, so time is equal to max time I am so confused right now. Technically, if time is lesser, then this value should be higher. The encoded value should just be higher. Or is it lower? I think it's lower. It's lower. So if I set, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Right now on the leaderboard, I think it's sorted by higher scores come up first, but lower scores, yeah, because lower scores give lower values. Uh, Higher time shows up lower on the leaderboard because the leaderboards are sorted by decreasing value. I am so confused right now. What's funky is that the leaderboards are actually sorted by decreasing. The logic is inverted. That's why in the scoreboard you can see, where is my scoreboard codec? Did I close it? Scoreboard codec. You see over here when you put the transcend score, it inverts the score. So if you have a higher score, the encoded value is lower. That's why the highest bit is the unfinished flag. So if you've not finished, if you didn't finish the level, you are automatically like below everyone who's finished it. Right? So the larger the encoded value, the worse your score is. That's why that makes sense. But then how does it I still don't understand. How does it sort on time? So if the score values are the same, right, and one player has a lower time because it's sorted by ascending. I think it's sorted by ascending. So say if your unfinished flag is set, your value is like way high. So if it's sorted by ascending, your rank will be like way lower. So the leaderboards are sorted by ascending. That is why in the local save, all the score values are being tested to see if they are lower than the existing value. If existing value is greater than the incoming value, oh, I know what's going on here. Put a set score, run ID score. Aha. I see. That's my problem. Local save, put score. Scoreboard codec. Local save, put transcend. There you go. Put transcend score. Put score. If existing is lesser than equal to score. Sound familiar? Sound like something's up here? Put accelerate score. Now this logic is inverted. Do you understand? The logic is inverted because I am storing the scoreboard values here. Unlike accelerate mode where I am not doing that. Because in accelerate mode there is no time variable. There's only laps. And I'm not storing laps in accelerate mode. I wonder why. Damn, I think it's too late to fix this. Is it too late to fix this? Because we're pushing updates for this right now. Landing menu. Oops. Oopsie daisy, there's something up here. How are you decoding this? All right, red alert. We've got a red alert here. I think this is not right. This is not right at all. This is why we have a nightly build, guys. Okay, 19th. Let's set some scores here. Some score would be nice. Let's not miss more shots. I think we can get 2 laps at least. Okay, 132x1. How is this working? So I am encoding the value. Put accelerate score, run ID score. Okay, 132. Okay, if it's still not working, then this value will not update. If I get better than 132 score. No score, huh? No score? No updates because I didn't even cross the level 1 mark. Let's try that again. Okay, 140. I think this is a good enough test. I'm going to now desynchronize. 142x1. Manifest score. Put accelerate score lesser than equal to I think I can still make sure that this is not a problem before we push. What date was it that I was playing? Was it 7/19 or not? No, it was not. When were we setting these scores, man? Accelerate 8/19. 132. Okay. Now update my score. Update the score, just update it. What is my score? 141. All right. Scoreboard codec. Okay. Landing menu. Alright, PB enabled, ascend score, accelerate. Damn, that was a good find. Okay, 270. I have to break 270. That's not gonna be an easy score to break. Where are these scores coming from? I'm a little bit. $904. There's no way I got 904 over here, man. I must have changed this. 918. Okay, so these look like more standard values now. For example, 603. Wait, that's not even going to work. 918. Okay, let's just beat this and see if it works. Messed it up. Sloppy. Okay, 306x5. Man, I think this is just the more like this has to be the way it needs to work. I don't see any other way that this leaderboard. I'm not on the leaderboard. Why am I not on the leaderboard? Why am I not on the leaderboard, man? Config. Config data. Okay, this is only uploading in prod. Okay, good find. I think I'm going to call it now. It's getting a bit late. I should get some sleep. Thanks for everyone to give me some company here. Always appreciate it. Cheers, Frail Dog. I'll catch you on the server soon, sometime soon. Until next time, infinite bliss and peace and infinite bliss.